Hi there, my name is Dave, and it's time to try another very nice wine, this time from the Madiran region of France. This is a 2017 Chateau Montus from Madiran, and it is made by Brumont. Now, Brumont has two chateaus, and this is one of them. So it's a pretty small company overall. The Madiran wine region is synonymous with Tannat and is in the far southwest of France in the area called Gascony. So, as I said, Brumont has two wineries, including this one, and they bought this particular one in 1980. The area is famous for having large black pebbles left over from the creation of the Pyrenees, as it's on the edge of the Pyrenees. And this wine is called the Petrus of the Southwest. This wine is made from Tannat and Cab Sauvignon. It is at least 60 to 80% Tannat because it has to be to get the Madiran AOP label that's on the back. So to get that qualification, it has to have a high percentage of Tannat in there. The Cab Sauv that's in there, to tell you how strong and how grippy Tannat is, the Cab Sauv is used to soften the Tannat. So that's very interesting. I've already decanted this into this much here, and it's dry January where I am, and so I'm trying not to have anything except for doing wine tastings. But when I'm doing my wine tastings, it becomes more of a damp January. Anyways, so as I said, in this particular wine, was grown on steep slopes, 20 to 40% of incline, and on south and southwest facing vineyards with intense sunshine, covered, as I said, with large black pebbles, which absorb the heat, of course. And underneath the pebbles are brown and orange clay subsoil. The vines are 30 years old, and there are very low yields of only 5 to 6 bunches of grapes per bottle. So that's a good sign. If you have a low yield of grapes, that actually means that those grapes are going to be very, very flavorful and tasty. If you have a high yield of grapes, like Concord grapes for grape juice, it's going to have a lot of juice, but it's not going to be very good for making wine. In the winery, there were 3 to 6 weeks of maceration. That's where the skins just sat with the juice, and a lot of those tannins and extra flavors came out of the grape skins. Then it was fermented at 28 degrees Celsius. It was punched down at the pumice cap, and then they had MLF or malolactic fermentation in wooden vats, and then was matured on the lees, so that's on the dead yeast cells, for 12 to 14 months in 60 to 80% new barrels. In addition, this wine has pairing suggestions, including beef rib, rack of lamb, duck breast, one of my favorite, game, or spicy oriental cuisine. Another site I was looking at also recommended cassoulet, which is a French stew that I love to make. After I make duck, I usually save some of the meat and the drumsticks for making cassoulet. And cassoulet is a wonderful dish, and I'm excited to try this because I do make duck and cassoulet probably 4 or 5 times a year, and this might be a really nice accompaniment. The only thing with this one, it is $44, so it's a little more expensive than most of the wines that we taste, but maybe it's worth it. We'll just have to find out as we try this 2017 Chateau Montus from Madiran, France. Appearance, clear, deep, black, no, not black, but dark. It's dark. So I said ruby and garnet. Nose, clean, medium intensity, black currant, blackberry, blueberry, black cherry. So a lot of dark fruits. Raisin, baked and cooked fruits. I got some eucalyptus, some lavender, some black pepper, some licorice, some wet stones, and then toast, cloves, cedar, smoke, chocolate. I don't usually smell chocolates, but I smell chocolate. This one, leather, tobacco, and farmyard. Really, really enjoyable nose. It's super complex. Oh. Where's the duck? So good. Dry, medium acid, medium plus tannins, but integrated. High alcohol, it's 14%, so it's just in the high area. Medium plus body, medium plus intensity. And I said a long finish. Like that flavor went on and on and on, and it was nice flavor. It didn't drop off or go acidic or go tannic. It was really nice finish. All those black fruits were there. Things like eucalyptus, lavender, licorice, were all those were there. And then those bottle aging things, cloves, cedar, smoke, chocolate, leather, tobacco farmer, they were all there. Like, I was so impressed at how many things that I smelled were in the actual taste as well. It's still fruity, like you said to begin with. It was like, oh yeah, I can taste the fruit. Because a lot of times when you get older wines, the fruit's gone, but the fruit was still there. So I think you could age this probably for a few more years if you wanted to, although it tastes great now. I thought it was such a very well integrated wine, enjoyable on its own, but also delicious with food. There was sort of a spiciness, but such a flavorful wine. For food, I gave it a 5 out of 5 for food friendliness, because it just, it tastes great on its own, but it tastes great with food. It's a wonderful wine. It's balanced, it's got good length, it's got good intensity, and it's complex. I rated it very good to outstanding. I thought this was a really, really good wine, and I just want to go defrost one of my ducks in the freezer right now and make some, because this would go really well with some nice duck.
If you are looking into booking a wine tour of the Okanagan for next year, and you are interested in a customizable, flexible, and completely private wine tour in the comfort of your own vehicle, please check out the link below in the comments.